Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's still
they've been
holding out.
defending against the Americans for so long now.
Wow.
And continuing to hold.
See, they were doing well when I was there, but I didn't think they'd last with the AI.
Yeah, no, the AI is holding, and it's October 1939.
Oh, wow. That's like a year. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've made gains. Like, they actually own a province in Arizona.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
And shit didn't go completely to hell in Europe.
Yeah, things have been getting really weird, though.
So what happened to Hungary?
It's kind of just gotten bigger.
Uh-huh. They got Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Now they're eating Poland.
Yep.
Om nom nom.
Trying to get rid of the Peruvian units. I don't need them. Are you gonna have a subscriber battle? Who's Gina? Are you Gina have a subscriber battle? I'm assuming that is gonna ask me if I'm having subscribe. Yes, but after the game comes out.
As it turns out, you need people who actually have bought the game and can play the game in order to have a battle with them.
What a novel concept.
Yeah, I know.
I have no idea how the Italian fleet's doing. I'm not sure where it's located.
How is Brazil?
Brazil's doing good. Finished off Bolivia. I'm
the
just
Brits-
trying to send the Bolivia because not Bolivia. Peru sent me a bunch of forces that I don't need, and all they're doing is causing unnecessary attrition. So I'm getting them off the front. I'm gonna go after Chile next.
Banhammer. There we go.
Thank you. It's like the guy didn't just say one thing. He kept going and going and going and going.
It's always the moment I step away from the computer that it happens, apparently.
Yeah. God, I hope because that's an expedition. When it's an expeditionary force, the equipment comes from the parent country, correct?
Yep.
That's my equipment situation. God, would they stop blowing up my factories?
Viva la resistance.
Well, it's just getting annoying because the destruction to my factories is awful. How many cups of coffee have we had? Like 6. And I don't have the equipment or the research to really make MP divisions.
And, well, at least I captured Syria.
Was there anybody? Was it just the understrength French that were over there?
The Brits landed some stuff to try and save it, but very little.
My God. When the partisans destroy factories, they really go to town.
Yep.
Destroyed 6 factories in one province.
You know, I have a massive production queue. Because all the stuff that I have to repair.
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. Why don't I need any support equipment? Because I don't have any support divisions. Good question.
So did the Allies ever break through?
No, it looks like the Axis might break through someday, though.
Wow, that really turned around.
Yeah.
Go
Like,
AI,
I'm pretty
go.
certain we will just lose whenever the Soviets wake up and attack the Axis, though.
I'm kind of waiting for that day. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. It's gonna be pretty funny.
1 second. You can keep going, of course.
This is a good question. I was going to ask you guys. I forgot to ask. When it comes to training divisions, do you tend to just train one division, or would you like to train multiple at the same time?
Multiple.
Usually multiples.
Multiple. But doesn't that mean you need more weapons?
If you have them in spare, it's not a big
Man.
deal.
Like, because of my fucking situation with now being at war with the Allies, I'm literally exporting nothing. God damn it. Might as well close my economy and get my resources.
There are bodies fighting all over the Alps. God damn.
Sounds about right.
There's so many dead men on those mountains.
Well, yeah, you got to think about it. There's got to be like 800,000 dead men in the Alps right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're making new peaks of the Alps with corpses.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, the Chilean forces are absolutely no match for the
Okay.
Brazilians. They're not nearly as good as Bolivians were.
I have returned.
So no one's surprised.
I want to get rid of these divisions. I do not want them.
Sam,
I can disband someone else's units.
Was that a Dr. Seuss reference?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, apparently that does not work. It gives you the option to disband someone else's units. Oh, wait. Oh. No, it just returned control of them, actually. That's good. That's what I wanted.
Just disband somebody's entire army that they gave
That's
you.
what I was trying to do. I was like, Peruvians, go home.
You're free now. Alright.
Factories are so wrecked. One,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 military factories are currently destroyed because of partisans.
Well, that's a good question. How is fascism in America doing these days? Is a
Well, the
39
Prussian prince never bothered to support it.
It's at 39%, so it hasn't really gone up too much since we last looked.
Yeah, we can't get it much higher. There's just too much opposition to it and pressure.
Hashtag free Finland. Not anytime soon.
Oh my god, I hate the battle plans for the... Let's send like 16 divisions to surround one guy, but don't bother actually going to the capital that's undefended.
Yeah.
This is why I don't use battle plans that often. Just use the Peru division. I gave the Peruvians back. I don't want them. Resources to market, factory output, construction speed, research time. Oh god.
Join allies. Everyone.
Iraq joined the Allies.
What else were we expecting when I invade
Yeah.
Iraq? Everyone I invade now joins the Allies, thanks to
Because
somebody.
you're at war already with them.
Yeah. I'm not going to join the Axis under any circumstances, because when those Soviets come, so help you God,
be
I'm
fine.
just going to laugh and point.
You
Oh,
still
well,
haven't
fine.
joined the Axis yet?
I refuse to, because I know the Soviets are going to come sooner or later. It's only
we'll be fine.
39, so God knows how long it's going to take them, but they'll come
Yeah.
someday.
Really. Eventually they'll show up, and while we're slapping the shit out of each other, they're growing in strength.
Yeah. Pro tip: we kind of have to deal with the Soviets, or we're going to die.
Well, we dealt with the Soviet Union pretty good the last game.
Yeah, but that was also under my incompetent command. So
Yeah, that was thanks to my own personal incompetence. not
And that's
to-
okay. We'll just lug around these heavy cannons everywhere we go. It'll be fine.
I
We
was
don't need small arms.
doing turtling and trying to get fucking the long-term plan running,
Yeah.
and then the war starts in 37. It's like, well, fuck.
Never have enough support equipment these days.
Yep. Well, I mean, I have a plan. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to invade Iran, and then I'm gonna go through the British Raj, and I'm going to steal a bunch of rubber, which will likely end up being the only source for the German Reich's aircraft. Because I don't think Brazil can be exporting to the Germans due to a lack of land connection and, you know, Britain rules the
but it's
waves.
hard to get ships over there.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to secure fucking Germany a supply of rubber for their planes, and Prussian Prince if he ever decides he needs an air force.
Yeah, and do I even have rubber? I have rubber. I have a little
Yeah.
bit of rubber.
You guys in the New World have some rubber, but the problem is if you check the map, the only source of rubber you'll find in the Old World is, well, Indochina.
Mm. That or make it yourself.
Yeah, which isn't exactly efficient.
No.
On top of that, God knows how much oil I'm gonna need to secure for this shit. I have a strange feeling that everyone needs a lot of oil in Europe right now.
Oh,
And
God,
again, the
British-
Soviets might be able to supply.
The British breakthrough in Germany as well. Crumbs.
Not for long, I think. They're gonna die.
Yeah, they're surrounded and cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're losing.
The Wehrmacht and Waffen SS are cleaning up.
Yep.
I'm starting to actually break off units, and for now I'm going to have them sit in all the captured capitals to try to suppress them a little bit. Be nice if they would stop being dicks and blowing shit up. And to accept my benevolence. I'd really love to not fight in the mountains for a while too.
Well, you are trying to take Chile. It's pretty much a mountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god.
Now don't do Chile discredit. It's not a mountain. It is a range of mountains.
I have
Oh,
some
I'm sorry.
some nice suggestions in my chat, like invade Poland, which I'm already doing, but then I also have invade Ottomans.
Well, invading me would be a bad idea.
I don't know. I feel like that's a fight that the Italians and Germans would back him up on.
Nah, because I can join the Axis at any time.
No, Hungary's looks like it has Poland on the ropes there.
Yeah.
Fighting in Chile is actually pretty easy. I mean, there's only one or two provinces all the way down. Argentina is probably going to be the most difficult one to take, though. Unless,
Yeah,
of course, I can completely surround it.
No one's even buying my oil. Sad face. Alright, fuck
Oil's
it. we're-
clearly not up to snuff. It's not very good.
Yeah, I'm just closing the economy. I need my own resources at this point.
Why
Fuck it.
is France not falling instantly, someone asks. Because they have a very strong military and they're defending in the Alps?
Yeah.
The Alps is the new Maginot Line.
Basically. It takes so long to fix these factories.
And Iraq capitulates.
Oh my god.
Oh, you guys
I've
don't want to
got
see the
9,
losses.
12, 17 civilian factories out due to sabotage.
Yeah, you gotta deal with the sabotage.
Italy has
Listen,
lost.
y'all, this is sabotage.
Italy has lost 800k. Germany has lost also 800k. Wow, that's a grind.
Yeah. Welcome to mountain combat.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just turned into World War One down there. Nobody is moving.
Yeah.
All's quiet on the Western Front.
No, not from where I'm sitting.
Okay, well, yeah, Brazil is a new Western front.
Well, no, the border between Italy, France, and Germany is just bathed in fire.
Yeah.
You know, between all the infantry, the armor, the aircraft, it's not quiet.
Death is Destiny. Thanks for joining in. He asks who's playing. Another person who just joined the chat. I'm playing as Brazil. Bob is playing as like New Sweden, Scandinavia. Calvin's
Plaza.
playing as the Neo-Ottoman Empire, and we have the Prussian Prince playing as Hungary right now.
Why haven't I invaded the Balkan states? Well, it's on my list of things to do, but I've got to deal with my own kind of rebel problems and then blowing up my infrastructure and all that.
And on top of that, the Prussian Prince is already invading the Baltic states.
Yeah. God,
It's
when
gonna
you
be Hungary
repair
soon.
a factory, do you have is it the exact same amount of time and
don't-
effort to build a new one?
No, I don't think so.
Seems like it's a lot.
Like, if you just
Maybe it's
mouse
just that
over the bar, it tells you how much.
Progress. Actually, it doesn't. It just says
Oh.
progress.
Okay, well, it tells you how long to when it's building, so fuck if I know.
Yeah, it tells you when it's gonna finish.
Yeah.
Bolivia's being an ass. That was true. Well, Bolivia's gone now.
Brazil's borders will stretch from coast to coast.
Pax Brasilia.
Yeah, you've manifested some destiny there.
Yeah. It's just that Argentina's, like right in the frickin' center there.
Yeah.
Mexico still fighting. What is happening?
Isn't it crazy? How
Yep.
many men have... I'm curious how many men have died in that war. Let's see. Mexico has lost 41,000 men. The United States has lost 121,000.
Yeesh.
Mexico, man. Serious business.
Yeah, I'm only 2 provinces away from Santiago, but we're down to the bottleneck.
We're less than a week from 1940, guys.
Jesus.
Huzzah. And this is why I say
Who's
someday
preparing
the
for
Soviets will
Barbarossa?
come. Like, the Germans are just researching the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact now. which can only mean that, in a few years, the Soviets will come.
Should have
Oh,
built
oh
that
boy.
wall. What wall? What wall are you talking about, Puckdom? We're gonna build a wall. We're gonna make the Soviets pay for it. What kind of wall are you talking about?
Christ, I wish we could get the Soviets to subsidize our walls.
Yeah, really. Almost to Santiago. We're getting there. Chili and its delicious steel. Well, it's got a little bit of delicious steel. It's got 24 steel. I'm getting to the point where I definitely need to start actually recruiting specialized MP divisions.
Yeah.
How don't you have Ben? How don't you have? What does that mean? How don't you have? How don't I have what?
I feel like there's people who've been with us for so long they can't figure out how to word anymore.
I mean, to be fair, I'm
No.
surprised we still have our ability to word.
Nah, we think we do, we don't.
We're actually just speaking incomprehensible gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
But it's comprehensible for us.
Well, that's the thing. Like, crazy people can talk to crazy people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
So
can
it works
understand
out
each other.
alright,
We're all
yeah.
insane. Let's finally get these MPs work done.
I did take Warsaw.
Poland's still up. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a ton of troops.
Yeah, you don't say. How's your manpower looking, by the way?
300,000.
Oof, that's getting low.
What level law do you have?
It's let's see. It's the extensive conscription.
Woo!
Oh, jeez, you are running out of manpower there, boy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll say I'm on volunteer only and have 3.35 million.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sorry, how many guns don't you have? Right now, if I have 10,000 extra guns right now. Do a naval invasion. I don't have any naval infantry.
Well, you don't need naval infantry. You just have to have, you know, a chain of naval supremacy to wherever it is that you're trying to invade.
Yep.
Well, where I'm trying to get is defended, so there's no way I'm going to be able to land there.
Oh man, looks like the Mexican Empire is starting to falter.
But that's not good for me.
Yeah, it's not good for anybody because the U.S. hasn't been doing shit to anyone as long as they're fighting the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like that's just bad for everybody. So
Okay.
now we find out, does Zog Defiant?
I'll go to war with Albania.
Sure. The Albania that was already conquered.
Some interesting events.
I hate to ask, Prussian Prince, what's Germany researching right now in its focus?
I hope it's not Danziger War. Oh, it's extra research slot.
Okay, good. You need to keep an eye on that because they can now
Yeah.
research either alliance with the USSR or war with the USSR.
Yeah.
You might want to keep an eye on that to know if war happens to be coming.
All right.
Hope
Chile
not.
is about to capitulate.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I don't think you can be ready for a war with the USSR.
I don't know. I feel pretty good about it.
So now you just need to take over Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and Argentina.
Yep. But for now, I think I'm going to. Oh God, the battery on my laser mouse died, so I have to use my. God damn it, my regular mouse, and it's garbage. Wait, actually, I think I can hardwire. I think I can plug it straight
This is
into
where
it.
we need like a Hitler downfall video for that.
Yeah, really. Can I actually plug this straight into its face? It should. Fit. There we go. Should be able to keep using this now. Well, maybe if I turn it on. There we go.
All right, it's time to secure Iran.
Come on, mouse. You know you want to work. Alrighty. Building tanks I don't really need, but figured might as well get them going
Yep.
for when I do need them.
What do I need to get peace with the Allies? In theory, 50% war score over them.
Not happening.
Yeah, it is currently 2%. To be fair, it's in my favor. 2%. Out of curiosity, why has nobody freaking declared war on Belgium yet? Like, any one of you could just justify it and declare it.
But it's Belgium. Nobody cares about Belgium.
I'm not saying it would break the line and make France fall, but
Why don't you declare war on Belgium?
I'm not a member of the Axis.
So,
So, actually, if I do declare war on Belgium, then they'll join the Allies and it'll work anyway. Alright, fine, I'll declare war on Belgium.
Brilliant.
Ask what I thought to be a stupid question. As it turns out, no, it's actually quite valid. I could just do it.
Oh, we're at peace.
Uh-oh.
At last.
7 minutes ago.
France
Quillity.
bans communism.
Wow.
So you can't seem to finish off Poland, huh?
No, they have like all these victory points scattered.
Yeah. How many casualties have you taken fighting them?
oh no!
Oh,
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I
Get your
gotta be
mouth guard,
fast.
Hungary.
Because, yeah, you're next.
how is the U.S. fascist? The United States is not fascist. It is only 41% fascist.
We've been trying really hard.
Yeah.
On a side note, the U.S. is finally preparing for intervention.
Okay.
Yeah.
They haven't intervened at all.
So, I don't know what the hell is going to come of that, but we'll find out, I suppose.
What I'm finding really annoying about my mouse right now is that my dog chewed the cord that came with, and they don't sell replacement cords that actually fit into the mouse correctly.
My chat's
Wait,
getting
holy
excited
shit.
about-
If you click on the world tension thing, there's actually like a screen for it and other stuff. And
Oh, yeah.
lets us see all the current active wars and shit.
Mhm.
Wow.
Guess we're using the crappy wired mouse. Belgium! Join the Axis.
No allies.
Well, that works.
I mean, Mexico definitely seems to be holding out pretty good. I mean, they're falling back a little, but it's extremely slowly.
Yeah, the U.S. might not actually even come over to Europe. They might just try to deal with Mexico.
Argentina's president is this big fat guy, Agustin
so-
Pedro Justo.
Belgium's in the Allies. It just hasn't been called into the war yet.
See, how long do I got till I get MPs? 150 days until I get MPs.
So yeah, the Hungarian-Czechoslovakian War. Yeah.
It's kind of escalated.
The Japanese-Chinese War.
That one's been stuck forever.
Yeah, that's
China's been making steady progress against Japan. They're
yeah.
all the
There's
way
been
to
over
Korea.
there's been over 2 million casualties in that.
Jesus Christ.
The Hungarian-Polish War. Wow, yeah. Poland's getting wrecked on that. The Turkish-Greek War. Well, that one's going well. And the Soviet-Polish War. The Soviets have suffered 0 casualties.
That sounds About right.
Yeah.
In other words, everybody has died.
Except the Russians.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Germany's also suffered million casualties, which ain't good for them. They have like 3 million manpower pool. Probably less considering they don't have a lot of their historical land.
Mm-hmm. How's my repairing going? Ugh, slowly. Alright, I don't care about the dockyards. How's my resistance? It's really not that bad. I didn't really consider resistance too much. Otherwise, well, no, I was gonna say otherwise I would have done MPs, but I don't have the resources for that shit. That wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
No, Poland was not a part of any faction.
They had their own faction with the Baltic states, Lithuania,
Oh, there you go.
Latvia. Like, just look at the factions map. What nations are actually part of the Allies and the Axis? Well, the Allies have too many nations to list right now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And the Axis are Central Europe, Brazil, Mexico, and yeah. And I guess Japan as well. Technically Axis.
Brazil's gonna start bringing in some new units for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I've basically not been training anything. I barely have been able to equip my current army.
Yeah. Well, I'm at the point where everybody's basically equipped, and the new people will get old equipment, and the new equipment will. Right, I'm only down like 30 artillery pieces, a few hundred support equipment, and like 4,000 infantry weapons. Really not that much.
Yeah, I'm only down 7,000 artillery pieces and 4,500 infantry equipment.
Don't deploy them all at once, or you'll lose your stockpile fast. The whole point of deploying them at once was to use up the stockpile I'm not using.
Yeah.
I mean, the guns are just sitting there. I could put them in people's hands, or they could just continue to sit in a. I mean, they're not really doing any good just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Ben looks like he'd play a good Star Trek villain. I'm okay with that. How is your oil situation? I'm at -1 oil, so pretty good actually.
Yeah. Unless you're building like air or navy, you don't need much oil.
Yeah.
Or unless you try and actually do something like
Europe right now.
mechanization.
Hungary's gobbled up most of Poland and is going to butt heads with the Soviet Union soon. Stalemate continues throughout the Swiss Alps, basically. I don't know
Soviets
what Bob's doing. He
Advanced,
hasn't said a
haven't they?
word.
Yeah, the
you know-
Soviets didn't actually take anything.
No,
At
they're
all.
they're actually in my territory, but they're taking stuff for me.
Oh.
But
That's
They-
oddly
Part of
kind.
the war on your side?
Yes, apparently
Okay.
occupying territory for me.
What the fuck, Brill, you fucking idiot. I'm not sure what that one's about.
you've done it wrong, Ben, whatever it is.
I don't know. Non-contextual swearing.
Let's see.
So I just had to turn off my wake up alarm.
That's a good sign.
On a side note, it's 10 a.m. by the way.
out of context questions continue to roll in. How did you do this? Is the one I got. I'm not sure what you're asking, Steenmeister. How did I
Why
do
have the
it?
Nazis been been so passive. They haven't been. They've just been locked in a meat grinder with France in the Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
It's true. There's a lot of ground beef on that hill right now, on that pile of rocks.
And it looks like Switzerland, like based on the borderlines, it looks like the allies are starting to take back a little.
Subuki Levy just joined. So someone else in the chat said that the guy thinks having never played the game before, he could do a better job.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
about right.
I'm about to say that's kind of like the average YouTube comment these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still at the point where I read all of my YouTube comments, but I'm starting to skim a little more than I used to.
Mm,
Pretty much.
that must suck.
How much
be
oil
honest.
does Iran have? I don't know. Let's find out.
Innocent civilian, thanks for joining. When you Yuviku, does have the oldest equipment you have, the newest, or a mix? It's gonna use whatever you happen to have in your stockpile.
And it always uses newest to oldest.
Yeah. Well, some people are suggesting starting a civil war in the United States.
I mean, we could do that.
I mean, I don't really have. Well, staging a coup. Totally following equipment, 22,500 infantry weapons, and I have a stockpile of 4,000.
I have negative 4,000.
Yeah. So, and I'm trying to recruit new units, so it's not like I'm really in a position to stage a coup in a first world nation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Be a very ironic twist, though.
Yeah. The Brazilian coup in America succeeds.
Yeah, I've already captured the majority of Iran's oil, so.
Will you be
it's
doing
pretty
any
good.
other gameplay? Oh God, no. This is what we're playing. This is the very first day we're allowed to play this game publicly. This is what we're playing.
Repair faster, you stuff. Jeez.
Yeah, stuff takes a lot longer to repair than I expected.
Poland finally
And I got
capitulated.
everything.
Someone said in a multiplayer series, get everyone gang up with the Communist Party population in Germany and tackle Hitler. Well, in the first game we played, early this morning, they ousted Hitler in the first few months.
And it became Democratic Germany.
Yep.
Well, Hungary is now joining the ranks of sideways names.
Yep.
Hungry. I mean, mine fits in pretty well.
I blame the Bohemian Empire
Well, why haven't you taken care of that?
because it's a
Yeah,
puppet of
just sat
Japan.
there.
They're a puppet of Japan?
Yes.
How?
Don't
What?
ask.
It's true.
What have you been doing over there? I don't understand.
Weird stuff happened. Like the peace deal. It's paused?
I'm not the one who pauses it. I think the game just automatically pauses when someone lags hard enough.
It does. It's trying to catch up.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I really love the Division designer.
Can you pause
Yeah.
so I can do the Beast 3D thing without it bugging out?
Yeah. It's paused.
Okay, good. Let's see, I have all these demands. Oh geez, I don't have enough score for all of this.
You done the peace conference yet?
Oh no, I have to pass and to get more points and more turns. Soon though. Let's pass again. And the turn. I think it should be done now. Okay,
The
That looks
Latvian
weird.
SSR.
that looks weird.
Yeah, just a little.
Treaty of Riga.
Mhm.
19 states for Hungary, 1 for the Soviets. Just went to the bathroom and I could just hear from my, halfway across the apartment, we shall never surrender.
Yeah, I'm up to 123 followers today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish I actually knew what I was at before we